Hello, Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdown today. So let's talk about this funny story from 2006 when I was in China. So every province in China has kind of an official television station. So for example, Jiangsu has a Jiangsu station, Sichuan has a Sichuan station, Anhui has an Anhui station, and then of course the big cities like Beijing and Shanghai would have their own kind of official cable stations. And these stations broadcast their television programming to the entire world. So anyone that has a TV that has a cable axle will be able to see this. So 2006, I was in China just visiting my family, and I don't remember which station this was, but it was one of those nationally televised stations, and it was a Kung Fu demonstration. It was a Kung Fu girl, and she was doing all these, it looked like Shaolin kind of tricks and stuff like that. And then it was a talent show, so their talent was she was a powerful Kung Fu master with her, the Shaolin tricks and all that. So it gets to the point, she's doing certain forms, right? She's doing certain, your standard Shaolin stuff, and then they're going to break a stick that's probably about this thick. I'm not endorsed by these guys, by the way, but maybe I'll reach out to them since I kind of used it as a prop. But a stick about this thick, they're going to break it on her arms, right? She's got tough arms. She's got arms that can break a stick. It's like a wooden or maybe a bamboo stick. One of those. It's probably a wooden stick, because if it were a bamboo stick, probably would have, what's going to happen next wouldn't have happened. So, she gets a kind of like a horse dance, and she's like this, right? And then there's two people. There's like an older person and a younger person on stage with her. So the older person starts, and boom, he slams the stick on her forearm, and then it doesn't break. So they're like, oh, and then they act like it's still part of the show, right? So boom, they slam it again on her right arm, and still the stick doesn't break. So either her Kung Fu, her Qigong is not there, or the stick is the wrong stick, or the prop, or something happened. So now they're like, oh. So now they go to the other side, they go to her left arm, and the older guy, takes the stick, goes boom again on her forearm. And again, it's not breaking. And so, see, at this point, this was 2006, right? YouTube was just invented a year ago, so nobody knew about YouTube back then. I found out about YouTube in 2007, I think. So I wasn't aware of Bullshido and all that, right? I didn't even know about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in 2006. I found out about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in 2009. So this was, very, very different time in sort of society's collective martial arts zeitgeist. So now, I'm telling you all this because the next thing that the guy with the stick did tripped something in my mind, and maybe that's the inspiration behind this entire kind of examining Bullshido thing that we sometimes do on this channel. So the guy at this point, he's hit this girl, don't know what his relationship to her is, maybe master student, maybe they're banging, I don't know, but he realized, okay, if this stick is going to break, I can't keep hitting her. What if I break her bone? So he kind of casually takes the stick and starts hitting the ground to see if the stick will break. Or maybe if the stick were pre-cut, he's trying to hit the ground to make the cut, looser, right? So, and I remember I was watching it and I started laughing, and a bunch of my family members were watching. They looked at me, they didn't know why I was laughing, and I didn't tell them what I was thinking, but in my mind, I was thinking exactly what I was telling you. The stick's probably pre-cut, but, they had to glue it together. They probably glued it together too hard. So when they hit her, it wasn't breaking, it was hurting her. So he was trying to loosen up the glue. And so they try one more time, and this time they hit her in the back. they hit her in the back with the stick, and the stick doesn't break. So this poor girl took 2 stick hits on her forearms and 1 on her back, and then the guy just throws the stick and acts like it's part of the show, right? And then they just keep going, doing more forms and all this stuff. And then after the performance, the panelists, the judges are like, that was really cool. And one of the panelists just couldn't resist. He said, that stick thing you guys did, man, was she feeling all of that? And then The older guy's like, no, man, she's super strong. She didn't feel any of it. And he had the stick in his hand again, and he kind of lightly tapped her again on the arm just to show, because he felt bad hitting her so many times and the stick not breaking. So, I doubt this clip will ever be found, because again, YouTube came in 2005 and China started having some streaming, but I don't think any of this stuff would have been uploaded. This is too early in China's kind of like media history, so I doubt this ever going to be found, but maybe I can find it. I mean, I feel like I described it. I pumped it up so much. All of you guys want to see it. Man, I don't know what I was trying to get from telling the story, except to have some fun, and hope you guys had some fun with me. This stuff, man, this trickery, this magic, this type of foolery, it's been going on forever, right? Since the beginning of time, since people realized that our visions are not perfect, the perceptions in our mind of what we see is also not perfect, and then how we interpret it is also not perfect, people are able to sell us on things that probably are not true. So, that's all. I guess there's more lessons to it, but I don't feel like really exploring them, because I feel like this story kind of told itself, and I feel bad for that girl. I still, to this day, I think about embarrassing yourself on national television, and that girl must have gone home with bruises and a bruise on her back, and I don't think they won the talent show either, so pretty awkward car ride home. Alright guys, this was Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdowns. If you want more funny stories, whether from China or from other places, they don't have to be Bullshido related, they can be related to anything related to martial arts, let me know. Okay guys, talk to you soon.